also, in our opinion, is making space for really the power and leverage of some of these new ag tech companies that we are seeing. So the time is now is basically what this is saying. Here's our vision and mission. We are a nonprofit. We are also a public-private partnership, working very closely with our friends at the Tennessee Department of Agriculture. So our vision is really a transformed region and a transformed kind of view of agriculture that's focused on prosperity and really building those economies both rurally and in urban areas, and making sure that there's really like a shared equity for both of those communities. And our mission is to attract and create, grow and build these ag tech startups, but also work with farmers to help them capture more of the value chain and work on those value-added crops, or if not a crop, then an opportunity to again allow them to capture more revenue at the farm gate. And this is all underlined with our farmer network, which I'll explain more in a minute, and essentially to us is with a real commitment to intentional inclusion. So that means that agriculture in the next few years to us has to look differently. It has to incorporate all types of folks, including those who have traditionally either been left out of the opportunity to make money in ag or made money on top of, if that makes sense. And if not, I will be glad to talk about it after. We have some really awesome partners. This is actually an old slide. We've got a lot more awesome ones that we're excited about even in the last few months. You'll notice up there we've got the federal government, we've got the state government, we have venture capital firms, we have universities, nonprofits. Some of our really key farm partners are up here, which again I'll go into more as I talk about our network of growers. But really everything that we do is with an express purpose of helping these producers capture more value from their crops or their livestock. So we couldn't do what we do without our farm partners, but everyone up here has been so helpful in helping us think through what a new type of agricultural industry could look like, which is so exciting. Portfolio, again, this is a few months old, which is my bad, absolutely. But you can see we work with a number of different types of companies, hardware, software, row crops, and livestock. We are interested in a few specific buckets and pain points that we have learned from working closely with farmers, and I'll go into those a bit more in a moment as well. But hopefully you see some names up there that you recognize. And we are so proud to work with all of these entrepreneurs and these technologies. Memphis is the spot for ag tech. You've heard that a lot today and yesterday if you were in town for the field days. Here are a few reasons why we firmly believe that that is the case. We've got amazing soil, right? We're right along the Mississippi Delta. You cannot get any better than that. We've got abundant water, which you heard Lyman speak about today as well. We have access from here within an hour's drive to all of the major commodity crops, plus specialty crops and livestock operations. That is major. I don't know of many other places in the world where that proximity is accessible, which to me is great. We've also got emerging local food opportunities and also an urban interest. So you've heard folks today and yesterday speak about how Memphis is really the heart of the Delta. So while we build AgLaunch and this kind of new agricultural economy and ecosystem, we want to also be focused on this city and our urban core. So drawing those relationships together and leveraging all that's to offer in Memphis as well. Our farmers are so keen to try new stuff. This is really where no-till was kind of created, invented, and had its real beachhead. So that's just kind of a model for the fact that the producers here are, if you can prove that the either farming practice or the new technology or the new crop will work, these folks are keen on it. And we've got that existing ag infrastructure. The logistics capabilities, I think we all know, in Memphis are really unparalleled. And then finally, we have this great network of experiment stations and extension services, while also having no major land grant university within the 98 county region we work in, which is a really cool combination if you think about it. There's all this great opportunity, but there's not a precedent set, so it'll be easier to kind of drive that change, if you will. Where are we at for time? Ooh, okay, we're gonna zip through. So this is kind of our flagship program. This is a year-long program, and it's in 3 phases, and it starts off with phase 1. We used to do really like the 90-day sprint model. That didn't work for agriculture, we found, especially when we're tying everything we do so closely to what the producers want and the feedback from the producers. It's key to us to start in the fall, post-harvest, so that we can get the producers in and helping us think through what are the best technologies, how do we serve these ideas that are great but might need a little coaching along the way. In the winter, we think long and hard about what the best approach is for field trials and a strategy for sales and scaling. And then really the pièce de résistance, if you will, is phase 3, which is our field trials, which we're in right now. So that is connecting entrepreneurs and technologies directly to the farmers and having the producers work with technologies that they're excited about, that they want to try, and that they know are not going to be a sure bet, right? They're coming from us. These are not perfectly tailored with a bow on it. These technologies are still a work in progress, but it's a really great opportunity for the farmers to test everything out and really be on the forefront of what the future of ag might look like. Companies from all over, really great partnership with our friends at Innova, hello, to invest in the companies we work with. It says 12 companies to date. We're up now to almost 20 through just that program, and many more served if you think about the other programs we offer. And then, of course, a focus on farm scale implementation is crucial, and we also have a great mentor network to help kind of as a cherry on top of all of this. We also run boot camps. I'm going to zip through this because I took too long talking about the rest of it. But as an opportunity to work with more local companies and folks who might not be a good fit for the VC type atmosphere that you get in our year-long program, we run boot camps so that we can continue to help entrepreneurs. And it's also a great way to build that pipeline up to the types of companies that are a good fit for AgLaunch 365. We are now doing this in Knoxville, but we've added it. We've got 2 more, so if you know any companies, we'll be doing one at Arkansas State University and one at Murray State University this summer. Woohoo! Farmer Network. This is so crucial and so exciting to us, and hopefully to the rest of you guys as well. This is a network of growers who really exist to ground truth the technologies, but also help us to establish pain points and even make selections in the companies that we work with. So these guys are our partners at every step of the way. They are, again, crucial to what we do. They participate, they host these field trials, which are, bound up in a participation agreement with us and then a project agreement. And this helps the entrepreneurs so much to see really how might a farmer use this. What might I be able to tweak to make it that first, app that's open in the morning, or that first thing that's checked on in the shed before heading out. So we're thrilled about that. This is also done with great partnership from our friends at the Tennessee Department of Agriculture to run cost share field trials, which allows us to compensate the farmer for the hard costs associated with these field trials. So the entrepreneur has a first sale, the farmer is not out any money, but is still obviously taking some risk with their time and access to their fields as well. And would be glad to talk about this with anyone after, totally, for sure. Value-added businesses, my colleague Jade is in charge of working with producers and kind of small businesses that might have an idea to capture, again, more of that value, whether it's changing or adding a dairy or thinking through kind of a cottage industry jam to make more money off of your berries or extend that timeline of sales because that industry is so short. Talk to Jade if you have questions about that. We're zipping through. Healthier, okay, so I'm just gonna speak briefly on some of the big buckets and pain points that are really of interest to us. Healthier creatures, livestock is so crucial to us. And this is obviously driven from the consumer, but also top down as well, and that the farmer, these producers are clearly interested in making sure that that their livestock are healthy and happy and well, for a number of reasons. But so we're always interested in this. Here are some of the companies that we've worked with that fall in that bucket. Small farms as well. You know, when you think Mississippi ag, you think row crops. We've got a lot of really crucial small farmers here as well. We're so committed to helping them capture more value and improve the efficiencies on the farm. So this is Ray Tyler. He's a small farmer in McNairy County, and we've been able to work with him to improve the yield and season extension on his tomatoes, which are his highest value crop. So we're excited to help him meet his goals surrounding tomato yield and, again, season extension for the next few years as we keep upping the ante. Efficiency improvements. So here you have more of your typical kind of like row crop tech. We're super interested in reducing the time spent on tasks or optimizing tasks, reducing the amount of water used, all that good stuff. You'll see a few of these companies that are here today. Robotics and automation, obviously exciting, sexy, cool, also so crucial as we hear more and more and more about the labor problems. My belief, and I think most of y'all's, is that we're gonna have to have robots more out in the field. What's up? 2 minutes, okay, cool. Robots, woo! We have two really great partners. One is the folks at, well, we have so many great partners, but I want to highlight two. The folks at AgriCenter International, who hosted us yesterday. Amazing research site, test farm. These guys are right here in Memphis, Tennessee on, is it 1,000 acres?
Yes.
Yes, okay, this is just incredible. So please, spend some more time thinking about these guys. I got to breeze through. John Butler's there, CEO, he's here somewhere. President, I think is actually the official term. Investment funding. We partner closely with our friends at Innova Memphis to you know, support the companies we work with capital investments. The Innova model is very cool because it's a USDA ARBIC fund, so they're backed by 8 farm credit banks. And invest in companies that have rural headquarters. So again, thinking about how we build that rural economy. Exciting, new, very awesome. Thank you, Jan. Next steps. So we got this amazing SBA Innovation Cluster Award at the beginning of this year. This is major for us. It, first of all, just validates that the work that we've been doing is seen as valuable by the folks at SBA, which is like, woo! And it's allowing us to expand into more states and also really create like a more robust program on all of the different topics that I just spoke about. We are excited to grow into more vertical specific cohorts, also to build our network of growers because there's continuing demand, which is so exciting because these are the guys and girls that we exist to serve. So the fact that they see the value in our work is so special, and we are committed to them. And then super keen to partner with more industry groups to solve crop-specific pain points and almost do like a reverse pitch problem where we hear from Cotton Board or Swine Producers of America. Is that a group? I'm really sorry, I don't know. That would love to kind of work with those guys to help them source either technologies or even create kind of like an A-team. I'm really glad I'm making you laugh, Margaret. Create like a super group of entrepreneurs to help solve these problems is something else we're excited about. How am I doing? Okay, cool. That's me. Thank you, guys. Come find me. If the AgLaunch team could just raise their hands. There are a number of us in here, so if you have questions, please say hello. Thank you.
Awesome.